yeah, absolutely. Very good, very good. Um, Now, obviously, we worked together for many years through your time in those different stages from BC to PE and through some difficult times as well. Um, Tell me a bit more about your experience working with me and my team.
Well, I have direct and indirect experience. Sometimes it was early, and I was making consequential decisions, consequential hires for the business. Sometimes it was in the later years, and I was directly involved because we were looking for somebody that I was the hiring manager, and so therefore I was sort of the hiring sponsor for. But then there were times it was indirect, where we had someone else who was the hiring manager, or we had our HR team looking for maybe a less nuanced hire. So the experiences I have are direct and indirect, but I think all occasions, I think people felt like the processes went well. Sometimes not every hire worked out, and that's probably just as much culpability on those making the final decision as it is just the nature of humanity, that you can't fully understand someone in one situation until they're into that situation. But I would say that you were, well, I want to say it differently. Towards the end of the time, I think you were really sort of an extension of our HR team, and we looked to you for almost all of our help, even a couple of North American times. All those things I talked about earlier on about building up continuity and knowledge base and knowing us and building up trust and all of that leading to momentum, which led to efficiency and effectiveness, I think went from being a case study almost in the beginning to just a ongoing working relationship.
Yeah, yeah, because we did work with you across different geographies as well. It wasn't just the Netherlands, it was Germany, the US. Yeah, and what was it that sort of made you continue that? Obviously different geographies and different languages and
Yeah, I guess, but fundamentally, in every situation, it felt like we at the very least had the appropriate candidate pool based on the needs. And so, we can still mess it up if we choose the wrong candidate. But I remember sometimes we were looking for even multiple people for the same function. We need 3 people in highly specialized technical service. We need 2 people in customer service. And so in those situations, we were looking more for a pool than maybe a person. But yeah, your process was portable into many different functions. It was portable into different geographies. I'm sure. I'm not sure. I can imagine that if the native language of our organization wasn't English, then we may have run into some obstacles. If we were an Italian company that happened to have an American at the top, but the person in charge of sales just needed someone who could speak Italian, it might have been tougher on your team. So I think it helped you be successful with us in multiple continents and countries. The fact that we were an English language company, and part of that was because the CEO was from America, but part of that was also because of how diverse we were. At one point last year, we had 80 people, and we had 16 nationalities in those 80 people, and so we had one guy from Sweden, and we had a young lady from Azerbaijan, and we had a guy from Portugal. Well, the Portuguese guy is not learning Azerbaijani, and the Swedish guy is not learning Portuguese, and so the diversity of the company made us have to gravitate to an international language. And I think that meant that meant we could use you in a lot of different situations.
Yeah.